What's going on, guys? It's Josh back with another episode of Oh My Josh Tutorials, where today we're going to learn about a color change that is simple and easy and very pretty. I'll show you what it looks like right after this. Alright guys, so for this color change, what we're going to take is we're going to go ahead and grab a card off the deck. I'm going to just set the rest of the deck down as we're not going to need it for the tutorial. But basically, you're going to take your card, doesn't matter what the card is, and just by holding it in your hand, you're actually going to show your hand empty. So your hand's empty, just with the one card. Now from this point, you're going to go right like that. And that's basically the color change. It's going to change right in front of their eyes. From one card, it's going to go ahead and change right into another card. And that is how the trick works. You can do it on a sideways angle like this, just right like that. It's all up to you as to how you perform it, but stick around, we'll get into the tutorial right now. Okay guys, so for the tutorial what you're going to have to do is, of course, it's a color change, so we're going to be using two cards. Okay, I prefer two cards that are different, like very different, not like the Four of Hearts and the Four of Diamonds, or the King of Clubs and the King of Spades, but like two very different, non-similar cards at all. The color change is more visual if you use two cards that are very different. This color change is super simple, as I said at the beginning, and what I mean by super simple is your hand is basically covering up all the dirty work. What that means is with this hand, you're going to have a double lift. So let's say we start from the position of the deck of cards. We're going to come off with a double lift, whatever way you like to get a double lift, whether it's, you know, pulling up from the back, grabbing two cards, you know, doing a strike double lift, however you want to do it. That's up to you. Doing it with a pinky break, getting a pinky count to do a double lift, however you want to do it. Get that double lift on the two cards. Now, with your dominant hand, me, my right hand, I'm going to grab the cards in the corner without the pip on the bottom. Now, of course, if you're left-handed, it's going to be with the pip. But for me, without the pip. Okay? Now, you're keeping the cards together at this point. Here's the color change, and here's what I mean by it's super simple. All you're doing with your hand as the guys is to cover it up. All you're doing is when you come down to blow on the card, you're doing that. At the same time you do that, this is what you're doing. That right there is literally all you're doing. Now guys, look how easy this looks. That simple. Now at this point, you're in this position. So you've got basically your cards like this. So what I do to kind of clean up really quick is I'll come around, I'll draw attention to the fact that I'm blowing on the cards, and then I do the change. Now, at this point, I'm right here. I go ahead and I grab the front card, which is going to be put in the back. I grab it with my pinky, my ring finger, and the fleshy part of your thumb here, or your palm. Now, at the same time, with the cover of all this, I'm actually taking this card and I'm just sliding it like that. And then I'm coming back, and as I grab the cards, I square them up, just right like that. Now, at speed, it looks like this. So the color change happens, and you square up. Okay? Now, same thing for when you do it on the side, but you have more of your hand to cover. Watch the windows and your fingers. I'm bad about this one right here. This guy right here is bad about staying open. Keep that window open too long. But basically, it's going to work the same way. Only there's less cleanup because you have less of a space to come around like that. And then from that point, I kind of just sit there for a second and then come back. I don't do it real quick. I don't go straight from the trick all the way back up. What I'll do is I'll do this. I'll kind of sit right here, and then I'll bring it back up. So on the back side, I'm doing the change, come in right here, and then I kind of show my hand, and I come back and grab it. And when I'm grabbing it, all I'm doing is taking my thumb and my middle finger and grabbing the card like that. So again, one more time to go through it real quick. Double, 2 cards. We're going to hold it in the non-pip corner, the blank corner. As we draw attention to the fact that we're blowing on the card, and it's the breath, or have the spectator blow on the card too. You can kind of just take the card, change it. If you're not fast enough, it can kind of be seen, as you'll notice the card falling down. So you do want to make sure you're quick with it. Kind of like, you know, you do want to make sure you're doing it quickly. That's my main critique on it. I've noticed myself doing it and being visible. So you do want to make sure you're fast, and you are, you know, making sure you're cleaning up quickly and smoothly. But again, that's it for this tutorial. Next time we are going to go into the snap change, which looks similar to that. Teach you guys how that one works as well, and how you can use it in a routine. If you guys have any questions, comments, suggestions about the video, please leave us some notes down below. Share this video on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, whatever you want to share it on. Let people know that you like what we're doing. And we'll see you next time. Peace.